Hey there. So I woke up this morning feeling kind of funky in the throat and the head because I've been trying to get over an illness that I was dealing with the last couple days. And my brother-in-law told me last night that he likes to go to the gym and sweat it out when he feels like he's coming down with something. And then I remembered that in my powerlifting days that I would do the same, and it actually worked. So I decided to try it again. But before I get too far, I should introduce myself. My name is Logan Grant, and this is GrantMeTopics. So I get to the gym, feel like pumping iron, and I did. And so after I was done, I feel great and decided to share with y'all how I powerlift with an inguinal hernia. But before I get too far with that, if you are unfamiliar with powerlifting, powerlifting is the 4 major lifts: squats, bench press, overhead press, and the deadlift. But since I don't like to neglect my upper back, especially with all the back problems that I've had, I also do bent over rows and pull-ups when I'm doing that workout. So kind of the 3 criteria I stick to when powerlifting with an inguinal hernia is low weight, low sets, and low reps. So for example, I used 95 pounds for all of my lifts except for the deadlift. I used 135, which is really light when it comes to deadlifts. And for my reps, I did 10 reps each, and for each exercise I did 2 sets. And when I'm doing my sets, I like to switch between a pulling and pressing motion on the same plane. So for example, I would do 10 barbell rows and then 10 bench press, or 10 pull-ups, then 10 overhead press. And doing the pulling motion first really helps warm up your joints, because pulling is definitely much easier on your joints. I also like to focus on my breathing a lot, so I exhale on the more strenuous parts of the lifts and then inhale on the less strenuous. For example, when I'm pressing, I'm blowing out. When I'm coming down, I'm breathing in. When I'm going up from the squat, I'm breathing out. When I'm going down, I'm breathing in. I find that to be much easier on the hernia because I'm not building a bunch of internal pressure by just taking a big breath in and holding it in, which is a common technique used by powerlifters. And that technique is fine because it braces your back a lot. But since I have a hernia, it's not safe for me to build up that pressure because I already have a compromise in my structure. I didn't wear a hernia belt on most of the lifts. The only 2 that I felt like it was necessary was the overhead press and the bent over row. I think that just about sums it up for my tips on how to powerlift with an inguinal hernia. Not saying these will work for everyone, but they work for me, and it might be worth giving it a try. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and comment. And if you guys could spread the news about this channel, share videos with people, that would be great, because I'm trying to build the channel to 1,000 subscribers, hopefully by the end of this year. That way I can start monetizing. So if y'all could do that for me, that would be very helpful. I hope you guys are doing well, and don't get discouraged, because I really do believe that we can heal. We just got to figure out how. Shalom.